Folks, the Charlie Kirk thing has just became something that is so odd, I don't even really know what to say anymore. But I will say that stuff is starting to add up to me, and we're gonna come out with another episode this week in regards to more abnormalities in regards to the actual shooting, the autopsy, the fact that somebody reported that there wasn't one, and then all of a sudden there was one, the stuff coming out of TPUSA now. And all I have to say is this is sad. Charlie Kirk was murdered, and it just kind of seems like everybody is doing whatever they can to cover it up. It's really odd to me. The FBI has completely dropped the ball. I mean, that's clear. And now we're all just kind of sitting here twiddling our thumbs saying, when is Candace Owens gonna pretty much just figure the whole thing out, because the FBI sure as fuck isn't doing it. So here's the first thing that was very, very odd to me. Who remembers the guy in the crowd, George Zinn? For those of you who don't remember, he was the guy in the crowd that said, "It was me. Arrest me. Shoot me."
Shoot me! Shoot me! Was that you? We don't know if it's him or not.
We don't know if it was him or not. Is that really the answer? Did he have a gun next to him? Did he have a gun anywhere near him? Did you search the guy? Like, if somebody just gets shot and some guy just offers that he did it, one, that's a little bit fucking weird, don't you think? Just admitting to a crime? Like, if you have a death wish, you usually, I would imagine that you just wouldn't go into a crowd and potentially want to go out by cops shooting you. But did they do any kind of investigation, or did they just run him away and say, this guy did it, okay? Anyways, he received medical treatment after he was hauled away by the cops, which I don't know what exactly he needed as far as medical treatment goes. I guess when his pants fell down and he was just kind of walking around over there and they had to carry him off pretty much. But apparently George Zinn was telling the medical staff that he was getting paid to claim that he was the shooter. Let me repeat that. He was getting paid to claim that he was the shooter. What the fuck?
On the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination, immediately George Zinn gets up and says, I did it, and he kind of gets dragged. Well, apparently George Zinn had to receive medical treatment following that little fracas. And he told multiple nurses and doctors that he did it because he was being paid to do it. He said he had not been paid yet, but he was going to receive payment. He didn't know from who. That's interesting. Decoy Boy told medical staff, apparently he was just singing, just telling everybody who would listen that he did it because payment was going to be promised to him if he did do it. We should definitely dig into George Zinn.
This is a little bit wild to me because, one, it's crazy saying, hey, I was the shooter and just take me off. And then it's a whole nother level of crazy to be like, yep, I was not the shooter, but I was paid to tell everybody that I was the shooter in front of medical staff, in front of people who were going to clearly rat you out to law enforcement. So here's my question on this. One, is any of this real? Or is this dude just nuts? The fact that he was a witness to 9/11, the fact that he made a fake bomb scare during the Boston bombing, the fact that he was just arrested in terms of child sex exploitation, this dude doesn't seem like he would be the most trustworthy person for a high-level entity to use. But at the same time, what sane person would admit to all this stuff? Guys, here is the gold buyer's secret. Gold doesn't really go up or down. Your dollars do. When the dollar's strong, everything looks cheap. When it's weak, prices jump. That is why gold and silver have been 2025's biggest performers. Your buying power with the dollar is just slipping. When dollars buy less, your retirement costs more. Groceries, gas, healthcare. For centuries, smart savers use gold to cover that gap. So move a slice of your 401k or IRA with Patriot Gold Group's no fee for life IRA on qualifying rollovers. Keep the tax benefits, gain hard asset exposure. Here's how it works. One call, they confirm eligibility. Patriot Gold Group coordinates the rollover with your custodian. Your metals are stored in an insured depository. You get clear reporting and concierge service. That easy. Call 888 520-4514 for your free investor guide and mention that Heavy Duty Country sent you over. Protect your buying power now with Patriot Gold Group. There's been a lot of people going around and saying that Charlie was scared for his life, that he was scared that he was going to be killed hours or days before he was actually killed.
One more thing rather explosively. 3 people told me off record, 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie. One who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this. The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed.
Jesus.
He told these people, I think they're going to kill me. Okay. He did not express that to me. So I am telling you this based off the testimony of 3 people. And I am saying this because I hope that these people who I think are good will be inspired to come forward with that. Now, again, those conversations I had were off record. I honor that. If I say it's off record, it stays off record. But I'm hoping that watching what I am doing.
Okay, but why did Charlie feel this way? A lot of people out there who are pro-Israel does nothing wrong ever. Pro, if you say anything or even ask a question about Israel, you're anti-Semitic. God, aren't we all tired of that? Starting to call out stuff. Like, was October 7th a setup? Was there a stand down order? Because it's the most protected border on earth, and it took them 6 hours to address the problem. It's a fair question. But of course, if you ask that, you're anti-Semitic, right? Give me a fucking break. But apparently, Candace Owens now has released texts saying that Charlie was for sure leaving the pro-Israel movement. Here it is. Just lost another huge Jewish donor, $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker, and I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Jewish donors play into all the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. Please don't invite Candace. That might feel good short term, but it's not good long term in my opinion. Like all groups, you're going to get a wide variety of opinions. That nasty free will thing that God bestowed on us makes life frustrating at times. Okay, clearly his Jewish donors do not agree with free speech. They had a problem with Tucker Carlson going to his event talking, which, okay, clearly Tucker Carlson is not pro-Israel, at least not anymore. And he calls out quite a bit of things. So they pulled his funding, and Charlie obviously didn't like it. So he said, now I'm going to stop being pro-Israel, I guess. Which it seemed like he already was done being pro-Israel, or at least questioning a lot of things. And he was labeled an anti-Semitic and probably 15 other things. But here is the weirdest part of this, okay? Charlie Kirk was TPUSA. He started the organization. He was pretty much the only noticeable person involved with TPUSA as far as the numbers go. Obviously, that is very different now, but Charlie clearly was going to end the pro-Israel relationship or stop promoting it or have TPUSA not be involved with it anymore. And apparently, there is some kind of website where it says TPUSA stands with Israel. Below, we provide a list of articles and videos so that you can fully understand Charlie and Turning Point's USA's unapologetic support of Israel and the Jewish people. Well, that's very different than what he was saying right before he was killed. He was asking about October 7th. He was telling Jewish donors that they had a lot of decoupling to do, I think was his exact words. So what is this? Is this, oh, Charlie, you know, He won right at the end, and he didn't mean anything he said because we do really, I don't know, want that money that you offered him. I mean, what else can be taken from that? I don't know. I guess the last thing I'll say is, I don't know if people remember, but Netanyahu made it a huge point to come out very quickly and say that Israel had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk's murder. And now, a lot of people are questioning that based on the text that he sent, based off of him thinking that he was going to be killed days before it actually happened, and then also the texts that were just released. All I have to say is people who are involved better start figuring this out quick, because this does not look good at all.